A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope all of you are having a good time. I want to welcome you all to the World Cyber Security Forum in collaboration with the SCC Online Presents second Symposium Series on cyber crimes and issues pursuant to international laws. I'm going to be giving a little bit of detail about the World Cyber Security Forum. The World Cybersecurity Forum is an internationally renowned cyber consultancy and web community founded in 2019 that aims in improving cybersecurity awareness and acts as a source of techno-legal information for professionals, for students, and teenagers around the world. On the 1st of April 2020, WCSF launched Cybercrime Awareness 2020 program, which is a global initiative to support emerging trends in cyber law, cybercrime, and cybersecurity. Increasing the level of cyber awareness through education and training can be an effective way to encourage adoption of security tools, which leads to a safer use of technology. The objective of the Symposium series is to educate people about the importance of emerging cyber crimes and information technology in the digital age. A little bit of detail and information about SCC Online. SCC Online is brought to you by Eastern Book Company, a publishing house of international repute and an acknowledged leader in the field of law, publishing in India for more than 75 years. EBC publishes a wide range of legal commentaries, student texts, law reports, and digests, and its products include pioneering works both in the print and electronic medium. Using the finest technological innovations, they pioneered law information databases for making law easily accessible in the electronic medium. This has appeared in a revolutionary form in the electronic medium as SCC Online's Case Finder. This information database and search program is a proven source for quick retrieval of case law precedents of the Supreme Court of India. For 75 years, SCC Online has been creating authentic and reliable legal information, legal commentaries, statutory law, and law reports. Supreme Court cases is the most cited law report by the Supreme Court of India. All the content is there in one place, whether it's Indian, foreign, or international online, international SCC Online consists of the superior search capability and the 4 million documents that are available in it. The legal research tool provides top quality information with an interface which makes research a quicker and more effective process. Second Symposium series on cyber crimes and issues pursuant to international laws is basically the main idea that's going to be introducing you to a lot of knowledge and information with regards to it. The main idea of the Symposium series, cyber crimes and issues pursuant to international laws, is to provide a practical approach in terms of emerging cyber crimes and cybersecurity laws on international level. As technology is evolving rapidly, so human beings and during this expedition, all are facing a lot of obstacles, as we all know, in all senses. The series aims to kindle the society in context to the crimes and various security issues they have faced till date. This symposium, it evaluates the international impetus of the law reform in combating cybercrime. It classifies actions of international harmonization into professional, regional, multinational, and global actions. It summarizes the major concerns of these actions and concludes the influence of the Convention on Cybercrime on state and international levels of legal countermeasure. The series also points out the limitations of previous actions and anticipates the United Nations to play a more important role. Also, it would be a tad more inclined towards the conclusive part, where our honorable speakers will try to give preventive measures. The symposium includes 5 sessions, and today we are introducing our session second on topic cybercrime for money laundering and terrorism funding by the well-renowned Mr. Muteab Alotabi, who is currently serving as a legal counselor in K.S.A. Customs in Dubai. He holds bachelor's degree of laws from King Abdulaziz University in Jeddah in 1998 and then completed his master's degree in criminal justice from Naif University Arab Academy for Security Sciences in 2013. He has also served as a legal advisor in legal department of Jeddah International Port and customs of King Abdulaziz International Airport. He is not just a legal advisor, but also holds great expertise in money laundering and cyber crimes. He is also a cybersecurity researcher and has written a textbook named Criminal Liability for Money Laundering in Saudi Arabia. I would like you all to welcome our well-renowned sir. Sir, you're more than welcome to address the gathering. We are all waiting for your specious speech. Everybody, let's introduce sir with a round of applause. You could
Good evening.
unmute and introduce her. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good evening to you all. First of all, I thank you for inviting me for this session and this webinar. And we have to talk about a very important and dangerous issue. Today, cyber is going to be internet. Some people like to talk about it. It's going to all our different fields of our life. Our work, our health, our security, everything. So the criminal, the digital criminal, are using this internet, are using a new crime. It is not new, but we call it new, cyber crime, to commit another crimes like money laundering and terrorism financing. Before, they have to commit a first original crime, like selling arms and drugs, and for them, the second crime is to commit money laundering. By using the cyber crime, they will commit the two crimes together in a very short time. It could happen like in 1 second, this crime. And they could use it again for a more dangerous crime, to terrorism financing. So they will use program for this. The original criminal is disappearing. Now we have the digital criminal. This digital criminal is using the latest technology and hardware and software to commit his crime. So he's going to use the cyber to do his crime, whatever this crime will be. But the most dangerous two crimes that I'm looking into researching is money laundering and terrorism financing. So with this crime, he could impose on someone, an employee anywhere, in any company or legal justice or anything, to make this person do an illegal act by tricking him by doing that. So before I continue, I would like you to show you a video. I don't know, the screen does not work. I don't know. So you have to skip this video. Maybe there's a technical error. So all of our people that I spoke to in cyber or internet expert, they all said to me, the new And the most important thing is our cyber security. This is what is going to be more necessary. Those criminals can use the cyber to threaten our national security, our economical security. Every security we have could be put into risk by those criminals. So for that, legally, we have to go a lot of treaties, legal treaties, justical treaties through the UN, and will take time. Some governments will change some of their laws, some governments will change their constitution for that, and in some countries, some nations, this is not an acceptable thing. So it will take time for the legal treaty to be found and signature by everyone. The most problem, some country does not believe in electronic evidence. Without the belief and the act of electronic evidence, we cannot find and punish those digital criminals. So the effort now, and we have to revival on the companies, the people who are working on the cyber crime security and cyber security, mainly for the AI, sorry, artificial intelligence programs. The artificial intelligence programs, this is what make our cyber security, because a lot of countries are changing their law to put something about that artificial intelligence matters. Banks will need this kind of artificial intelligence. Law enforcement will need it. Armies will need it. Everyone will need this kind of work. So through my research, our first line is the software on artificial intelligence. So those criminals do not need to put a program, a normal program in your computer or in someone's computer, or a bank computer, some person computer, to monitor him and then commit the crime on money laundering, on terrorism financing by his name. They just, by any way, put this artificial intelligence program in his computer that will study and think and will act on behalf of this person, imposing this person identity, and the other person will receive this data that came from him, will think that it came from that person. That means either we find a solution for that, or we have to argue through court that I didn't, he did. So the first program that must be used in this kind of field it has to be illegal and at the same time illegal artificial intelligence program. This has to be legally used by the person, by the foundation, by any person who use this program. So the people that going to launder money and tourism financing, the first one, they don't want the people to know their true identity. They want to escape from punishment, and they want to make the money from it so they could enjoy what they gain from this. The people who's financing tourism, whatever their cause for that, they don't want anyone to know their true identity. So by acting the old way, it is over. Now we are facing a digital criminal that works anywhere in the world. So, first of all, our first step is to prevent this person. Our second is to find this person. The third, to punish this person. So, in the first stage, we need artificial intelligence by the people, the company that make that kind of program. They are our first step. They are the, let's say, our first guardians for this cause. They are responsible for our cyber security. Even if they want it or don't want it, they will be responsible even in the eyes of the law. This is coming. You know, the crisis of COVID, it speeded a little bit matter of this. So now I'm giving training to some people in the United States, and some people in India are giving me training, and some else. This is not even about taking, it's about even about the information they could get from this kind of work. They could easily budge into your conversation, into your work, and see what kind of secret you have, what kind of information you have, and sell it to other people and get paid for it. This is mean they are committing the two crimes together. They are stealing something very precious to someone and selling it to him and gaining money from it from this person. This is including original crime and money laundering crime. Second, terrorism financing. You can't finance terrorism by giving money and by giving them information. And the most dangerous thing is information, because you could go to any security sector and take any security information and give it to those people that believe in bloodshed and terrorism and killing people, and they could get hurt. This is financially the tourism by information. People don't think in this way. Second, our second step is to find these people. It is not very to find. It's not very easy. Believe me, I work in some cases. It is not very easy to find those people. We have to work on artificial intelligence program to find them. Those programs will work 7 days, 24. Whatever manpower you have, they cannot work for that long time, and they cannot act fast enough for this kind of crime. So the third one, if we find this person, in which law we going to take him to court? And by which law we going to punish him? By the first country, by the second country? We have to have a treaty in this kind of work, and it's going to take a long time. It's going to take a long time. So for me as a lawman, I cannot put all my effort on the law for justice. They have to adopt. This will take time. It is in the hand of the people, the companies that work on the cyber security to do it, with the hope of the professional people, of law people, professional people. Putting the two efforts together, we could succeed, because the digital criminals have all the finance they have all the minds they needed, and time is not to our benefit. We have to act fast, we have to act efficiently, we have to act hard against those criminals. You see, one day I went to a bank in a country, and I want to put a deposit for someone that I needed him to do something for me. This bank said they are modifying their system. You see, I know the modifying of the system for the bank, and when the bank closed, they modified their system. But it took them 5 days to do it. This is what the old digital criminals are doing. The new digital criminal, what's going to do? They are not getting to know that you have a problem. It's going to be a silent problem. Even the person who have the problem will never know. It will be too late, and maybe they will not get anything from it. Some people, some companies, some bank, when they get hit, when they are being harmed and being victims of digital crime and cyber crime, they do not publish this. This is against the law in every country. I tell you that because I'm an expert. So we need those people to work with us, the people that get the program, and have the company, and have the people, have this, the professional people to give them this kind of program. And I think there are two countries in this kind. India have the power, have the mind, have the company to do it. The second company is the country is China. But the Indian company has a lot of experience on working with banks on other issues to give us this kind of security. So it is depending on them, and after that, depending on the people, the professional law man and woman to do this kind of work together. No one can do it alone, believe me. If we waited for the treaties, for the UN, or by two countries, it's going to take a lot of time, and we could find ourselves in a lot of cases in front of the court, and we're trying to say we didn't do it, and we have to prove it. And those criminal, digital criminals, are using artificial intelligence programs to study us, see our information, and to act as imposing us in front of everyone. So they could go to your computer, to your software, whatever you have, to your data where you have put it, and you could study it and act if they are you're acting. So some people ask me sometime, you are speaking like a cyber crime, a cyber professional. No, I'm a cyber crime professional researcher. So I have to look in the cyber, the internet, the programs, the people. I have to speak with the people that work on this field, professional people that are aware of this kind of problem, a big problem and dangerous problem that we have. You see, I have tried in several countries. They do not even believe that such kind of this dangerous act is coming to us. It is on doorsteps right now. It could see your life. It could see your financial status. It could act on behalf of you. So sometimes you could find the police knocking your door. You did this, and you don't even didn't know about it. If it's too late, and you're going to find a hard time trying to prove to the court that you didn't do it. The most dangerous is for banks. Banks could be used to launder money and finance tourism financing by putting those kind of programs inside their programs. Unfortunately, I have spoken to several banks in several countries, when I told them you have to use artificial intelligence program to protect you and act on behalf of you to stop this kind of crime from happening, they didn't, let's say, their eyes told me that they didn't believe me. This is going to happen. Everything is going to be on the cyber crime, everything. If you want to hurt someone, you could do it by cyber crime. You could go to his file in the hospital, you could put some drugs or some medical treatment that could harm him and maybe kill him. While you're doing it from another country. You could go to someone's account and use it without the bank knowing and launder the money they want and do whatever you want. This is a very serious and dangerous crime that we are talking about. Those digital criminals, they will not stop anything. No one do this kind for fun. They do it for money. So wherever it's going to come for money, they could take your information, sell it to your enemy, whatever that enemy in business, enemy in anything, and gain money from it. Those people, they could hurt your business, they could hurt your life. This is a terrorism act. They are financing by information, more dangerous than giving money to them. How could you feel safe even in your house? You got to have automotive car, automotive houses, everything. So the main objective, those people could use, I put it in a large scale for you to understand what I'm trying to say. It is simple. Money laundering, the most two dangerous criminal act in the world, money laundering and terrorism financing could be done in cyber. The new way they're going to use artificial intelligence program. This is what's going to happen in the near future. We have to get ready for it. Trying to sign agreements between nation, between country, through the UN will take a lot of time.
Okay.
Okay, so we have to do it between two partners. The company that could make this kind of program and the lawmen that are specialized in this kind of crimes. This is our first step. You see, using artificial intelligence, you could by wearing a glasses, by a blink of an eye, you can open something and do anything on the web. My point of view, my personal point of view, we have to work together. We cannot wait for those people in governments to take their time and do their effort through a long process. Okay. To a long process, and we wait for that. We have to act and act together. I tried to contact some companies that work in this field. They said, you are not a professional in programming. Yes, I'm not a professional in programming. Not all of us. That's why we need you. And at the same time, you have to need us to work together to put this kind of program. Why? Because each company, each country has a different law from the other country. Like in Saudi Arabia, we have different law from Egypt, from India, from China, from the United States of America, from Europe. Every country needs a special program for the demands of its law. So you cannot put this program, you're going to use it all because someone, excuse me, this is against my constitution. No, this is against my law. And yes, it's going to be a very hard effort, but it's going to be paying effort. This is will cost money to buy from people. People will buy this kind of program. They will pay for it because they need it. Even if they don't realize this time, in this day, they need it, they're going to need it. When they're going to be a victim of this kind of crime, they're going to need it. If they don't believe today, they're going to be believing tomorrow. So we depend on you, this kind of companies, to give us this kind of security, because reliable on governments in this field, they are going to work, but they're going to work slowly, not efficiently. So we use those kind of companies to give us this kind of security. In my personal point of view, we need it today, not tomorrow. You see, how many money laundering was being done in this year? About 3 billion US dollar. 3 billion US dollar. How harm to the economy, to the world economy? This is very harmful. How money was being given to the tourism financing? How many people were hurt? How many exposed were been in some countries? And some people are using it to finance militia, sometimes some armies in countries, to do some tourism acts. So, all of everyone who's hearing me, maybe you don't agree with me now, but please think about it. Think about it clearly, deeply. We need each other to come with this kind of security. Most of the companies, hello, most of the companies that are working in this field, they don't have a legal advisement. Legal advisement in every country. You have to have a legal advisement. Maybe this bank or this institution in another country maybe this bank or this, in other country needs this kind of security. So with the professional legal advisor and the professional cyber professional companies, yes, we could give them a good work. Some people think you are just taking, saying this point of view to get publicity for yourself or to try to make some money for it. Excuse me, sir. I accept your point of view, but try to I think it is a internet era. Try to think about it clearly. If you try to do anything, any work in this world, you have to have a legal advisor for you. To have a legal advisor for you. It is okay with you? You are hearing me? Hearing me?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yes. So this kind of idea, maybe you agree with me, disagree with me, and you are looking for, we're going to do this to cyber. No, we have to do with two professional to do this and to stop money laundering and terrorism financing from happening. If it is happening, you cannot prevent it 100%. No one could give you a guarantee 100%. We could magnify the damage that could be caused by those two crimes. We could go to the people who committed those crimes and punish them. So I'm open right now for questioning. If someone could, because I believe asking a question and talking together and having a confirmation together will bring new ideas. Maybe you have something to tell to me, you wanted to tell it to me, and I have to understand it, or I have to give you something by another way, tell it to you to another way. So if anyone have a question to me, please ask. And thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, anyone and everyone who wants to ask a question to Sir, kindly put in your question in the chat box. And for the ones who are new to Zoom, on the right side, you'll see an option of more. When you click it, you would see an option of chat. Therein, please type your question and I shall choose which question shall be asked to Sir.
I hope that I give you the important information for everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10 more seconds and then we shall be cherry picking a question.
Yes, in Saudi Arabia, we don't have a specific law for cyber crime, but we have a law for digital crime, information crime. We have, but in my point of view, and I have told it here in my country, we have to have an issue in every country, not in my country, that specialize in cyber crime. Because this is have to be. And I told you, if we waited for this, take a long time, at least 2 or 3 years in every country to change or issue a new law. So in Saudi Arabia, we do not have special law for cybercrime. We are working on it, but it will take time.
So there's another question by Mr. Ranjit. I shall read the question to you and then, so you may answer it. What, in your opinion, should be the policy adopted globally by countries to have a uniform policy, or what law should be used to deter cyber crimes?
You see, my personal point of view, every country must look inside its law, its constitution. So they must change whatever they need to change for the use to the fight against the cybercrime. When every country think this way and try to change its law, maybe its constitution, maybe I don't know. So they will increase the effort trying to come out with an international treaty against this crime. Because if this person is sitting in A country and committing his crime in a B country and moving the money that he ate from this crime to a C country, in which country is going to take him to court? In which country, in which law he's going to appear in front of? This has to be, but firstly, for us, we have to work together. It's going to be, let's say, a personal act from the citizen. Those citizens are lawmakers, law experts, and the people who work in those kind of companies that specialize in cyber. So we have to work together. But if we wait it for the law to be issued, yes, it's going to be issued, but it's going to take a lot of time. There's a new question?
Yes, sir. There's another question that's been sent. Um, what is the question is, in this crime, in this cyber crime world, how can one rely upon artificial intelligence, which is again a technology and which also happens to be a man-made technology? That's another question asked, sir.
So we are using McAfee antivirus programs to protect our community. It's a handmade, it's a man-made. But now there is a new technology. It is artificial intelligence that could study, think, and act. We cannot just say it is not existable. It is existable. So we have to use those kind of program. Yes, we have to have some law to how to use this kind of program. So when I said in the first, we have to in every country have a special law. So if you want to do this kind of program for a country, you have to have a professional lawman for you to help you to give us this kind of a program because some country will accept it, some country will not accept it. It will be against their law. So it's a conventional efforts between two sides.
So there's another question, and
Yes.
the question is there any technology to track cyber crimes, and what would be your suggestion regarding money laundering to the general people in society?
So in my point of view, the latest, the latest technology we have is international artificial intelligence programs. This is the tool that we have for the fight against this kind of crimes. We have to use it. We have to use it. No, we don't have any second option. If you have a second option, please tell me, because I don't see another option for ordinary people. Let's say this is my personal point of view. If you want to protect yourself from money laundering, please be careful when you use your bank account. Be careful. Don't use one computer for everything. I use it in my home. I have a special computer when I want to go to my bank, to my account, to do anything. I use this computer, this only computer. Then I shut it down. No, I don't receive email on it. I don't put WhatsApp on it. I do not do anything. This is my personal. So deal with a reliable person. Don't. Some people, excuse me, this they are so naive. They say, I didn't know. You're supposed to know. This is the law. This is the law of your country. You're supposed to know. Don't do this kind of act. Don't tell the judge you didn't know. He will not believe you. Try to educate yourself. Read about it. People, I give them books. So read about this crime. Read about cybercrime. People don't want to read. They just want to know. I don't know everything. I cannot give you everything. I could give you what I come to, my personal point of view, and you could act on it. You can't educate yourself by yourself. No one will do it for you. Thank you. There's a question.
There's another.
Yes.
There's a question. Mr. Rajat has asked you. Could you tell us any recent case of cyber crime which you're well versed with?
Yes, I could, but I could tell you in general because I don't have the authority to tell you the name, the place on this. It is against the law in my country. You see, this has happened 3 years ago. This is almost five. They told me almost five. They didn't tell me anymore because they didn't tell me all the basics, all the information. They are teenagers. Those teenagers, what they do, they assemble a group that will use the program to go inside banks and steal money. You know, they didn't steal a whole dollar. They send it have if you have in your account maybe $1,000, 25 cents. They will take 25 cents, 2 cents, like that, and they will gather money from different banks, different accounts. This is stealing. But the most interesting thing, they put the money back into those banks, into their bank accounts. And after that, they wired the money to a special kind in some country. I don't want to say that name of the country, and account, and start sharing the money they have gained from this. They committed stealing, they committed money laundering, and the bank, you know how the banks know about it. Not through the bank system. An old man, a very cheap old man, was looking in his bank account and he found that they almost steal almost a dollar, less than a dollar. And he went to the bank and said, "Where is my cents that must be in my bank account? You took it." Then when they review their documents, they didn't find this for this only old man. Several persons were in victim. The bank was a victim. They tried to gather the information. Those people, those teenagers, they're in three countries, not one country. One of them is Saudi Arabia. One of them is an Arab country, and the others were in Europe. So they come together on the internet. They just think, teenager, they will come up with this idea. They executed this idea, and they gained money. They launder money, and surprisingly, who found about this? This old cheap man found about it. For myself, for my account, I will not look at cents, how many cents I have in my bank account. For person, for me. Some people maybe, but for my ordinary people, we will not look. We see this $1,000 here, okay, it is my money. So we need it. This is alone. Go ahead. Now, what's happening? Maybe you will wake up in the morning and you'll find your bank account is empty, and the bank wouldn't even notice until you ask about it. This is the main dangerous. The bank must know this transaction is done through you. You have to know. If you don't have this kind of excuse me, artificial intelligence program that will give you awareness, at least awareness that something's happening, how many people are you going to hire to do this? If there's enough expert they could hire for your banks, for my bank, your bank in India or China and everywhere. No. In my point of view, this is the solution, the only solution. Thank you.
So we shall take just one last question,
Okay.
and after that we shall conclude the session. So
Yes.
the question is that what can an individual do if in case he has been subjected to any sort of cybercrime? What all remedies are available with the individual? For example, if he's using Facebook or some social media or an app for transferring money and he's being subjected to cybercrime, A, how does he secure himself and be safe from the cybercrime? And second, if he has been subjected to cybercrime, what remedy does he have? What can he do to make sure that he does not suffer any harm or damage and he does not get implicated in the breaking of in the violation of the law that has happened?
Thank you for this question. A lot of people really need to know this information. You see, I advise you to do the same. I have a special computer. Wherever I want to go my bank account to do financial and legal acts, I do use this only computer. After that, I shut it. I do not use Facebook. I do not WhatsApp. I do not even my own email on it. Excuse me. This is my point of view for you. Second, if you are a victim to this kind of crime, do not hesitate. Do not hesitate. Report this immediately to the police. Don't wait to the other day. Excuse me. I will tell you a story. This happened to my son. I wake up at 3 in the morning and I noticed that his room is open and I heard voices, so I came to him. I treat my son as my friend. He's teenage, so I treat him as my friend. So he was asking, joking, son, what are you doing? So I'm talking to my friend. I said, who's your friend? He said he's my friend in school, and our other friend is from, he gave me a kind of country name. In this country, you name it, they commit it. So he trying to get as a joke to them, to use them to hack someone email. They were using it, so I said, this is against the law. This is against the law. We have to report it. So I said, please shut the computer. I took the whole computer to a friend of mine, the police, and I said, this is happened. And after that, they told me this kind of email was to a very important banker in my country. So wherever you even think you're a victim of cybercrime, please stop what you're doing, report it to the police immediately. Do not wait. Thank you. I hope I gave everyone the information you needed. And if I didn't, I am sorry. And I thank you for giving me this opportunity. And it is a pleasure and honor talking to you all. And if someone need to ask, they have my name in LinkedIn. They had asked me, I will answer their question. And thank you for your time. Thank you for listening.
Well, thank you so very much, sir. It was a pleasure and a privilege for all of us that we had the opportunity to hear you. And it was a pleasure hosting everybody as well. Whosoever shelled out time to witness this productive session, I'd like to extend thank you. And another thing is that we would want all of you to participate in more sessions of this kind so that we could make this world a better place. The more the information is spread and propagated, the better our future generations are going to be. Therefore, thanks to people like Mr. Muteab Alotabi and the people who have joined this session, because of whom we are contributing towards a better world. And anyone and everyone who would want more sessions as such could join the WhatsApp group that's been mentioned in the chat box. And I'd request everybody to kindly fill in the feedback form, which is a condition prerequisite for you to get the certificate. And I'd like to thank everybody who came in for this session. That'll be all.